My name is Gavin Evans, and this is my ranking of the best albums of 2024. And I don't typically talk about music on my channel, and for good reason. Like, I can talk in depth about movies and TV shows and video games, but with music, not so much. Like, most of my praises are it sounds good, and most of my criticisms are that it sounds bad. But I'll try my best. So let's begin by talking about the ninth best album, and it's Green Day Savals. And I only know this album existed because Bobby Sox and Dilemma play all the time at the gym I go to, but that's a good thing because those are great songs. I also really like One Eyed Bastard and 1981, Goodnight Adeline, Corvette Summer. I like Green Day, I like punk rock, I like this album. My eighth favorite album is, I believe, the final album by Sum 41, Heaven X Hell. And as much as I've liked some of their music in the past decade, this felt like a return to form because beginning to end, it's great. Landmines, Rise Up, Dopamine, Waiting on a Twist of Fate. I could go on, but there's so many great songs, and it just felt so nice to hear Sum 41 return to music this good consistently. My seventh favorite album is a shorter album, but it's Smile to the Sky Wiley EP. And I wasn't expecting to like this movie as much as I did, but I really wasn't expecting the soundtrack to be this good. There's only a few songs, but they're really great. And I like it when I can listen to a movie's soundtrack after the movie so the movie stays fresh in my head. Grieve You, New Brain, Blood on White Satin, really great songs, really great album. And my sixth favorite album is Benson Boone, Fireworks and Rollerblades. And this is his first album, but it just feels like such a confident start. Intro is what? A minute long, but it's so good. There She Goes is super underrated. Be Someone, Slow It Down, Cry. So many great songs here, but Beautiful Things is the standout. As overplayed as it was, I didn't mind because that is the perfect song to just scream to as you're driving and trying to sing, and it's just a phenomenal song. My fifth favorite album is Linkin Park From Zero. Now, I do want to begin by saying that Chester was a phenomenal talent, and there will never be anyone else like him. But the band must go on, and I do think Emily shows lots of promise. The Emptiness Machine is a great song. Cut the Bridge, Heavy is the Crown, Over Each Other. There are some really great songs here, and if you ask me, this is the most Linkin Park that Linkin Park has felt since Minutes to Midnight. And I was really impressed. A few misses, but it was nice to hear new Linkin Park again. My fourth favorite album is completely out of character for me, but it's the Twister's soundtrack. I'm not a big country guy, but I found myself listening to this album so many times, and Ain't No Love in Oklahoma, Ain't in Kansas Anymore, Steal My Thunder, Feelin' Country, Dead End World, Country Classic, Death Wish Love. There's so many great songs here. But my favorite is Out of Oklahoma. That is the best moment in the movie, and that is my favorite song on this soundtrack. And like I mentioned with Smile 2, it's nice when a soundtrack allows the movie to stay with you. So that's why it's number 4. My third favorite album is Nathan Evans, and I didn't write down the album name, but I believe it's 1984. But this guy just has a fresh new sound to him, and I love this album. Flowers in the Water, Heather on the Hill, Driving to Nowhere, 100 Miles, Catch You When You Fall, Perfect Storm, Bonfire, all great songs, but my favorite is Sweet Mountain Wars. Really great music, really is. But my next 2 albums are 2 of my favorite albums of all time, and my second favorite album is 21 Pilots' Clancy. And this album put 21 Pilots at the top of my favorite artist list. And as much as I love the self-titled album, as much as I love Blurry Face, as much as I love Vessels, as much as I loved Sealed and Icy, and as much as I loved Trench, I actually think this is my favorite work from them yet. 21 Pilots is just such a great band because they have such a unique sound, and their music can be real emotional. Overcompensate, great. Next Semester, great. Backslide is maybe my favorite song from them. Just really terrific. Midwest Indigo, Routines in the Night, Vignette, great song. The Craving, both versions are just terrific. Lavish is rad. Navigating, really phenomenal. Snapback, Oldie Station is really fantastic. At the risk of feeling dumb, that is one of my favorite songs by them. And Paladin Straight, like this album, beginning to end, pure perfection. I listened to it on repeat for so long, but my favorite album of 2024 will come to no surprise to anyone who knows me, and it's the album to Arcane League of Legends Season 2. And I gotta make sure I only talk about the music here, but this album is pure perfection. In fact, this might be my favorite album ever because every single song is fantastic and every single song sounds distinct, different genres, different languages, and it all completely works. I also love how the lyrics tie in directly to the themes of the show, and Heavy is the Crown. This is a much more quieter version of that song, and I just loved the build up and the emotion. Linkin Park did a really great job. I Can't Hear It Now is just a beautiful, heartbreaking song, and Freya Riding's voice is breathtaking. Sucker by Marcus King is just so good. Get the fuck out of my way. So long, suckle. I don't wanna be here. I hate this life. Whoa, just so good. So you had to hear that, but this song is one of my absolute favorites. Renegade by Raja Kamiri and Stefflon Don is so good. It really is. It's not my kind of music, but it just has this chaotic energy and it's contagious. Hellfire by Fever 333 is kind of dubsteppy, but it's also really fucking awesome. Like, it's such a cool song, and the ending just gets me headbanging anytime I'm listening to it. So good. To Ashes and Blood by Woodkid. Such a unique song, and it's like beautiful and epic and just emotional, and the chants add so much. Woodkid's voice is just perfect for this song, and it's one of my absolute favorites. Paint the Town Blue, Whites All Around You. Paint the Town Blue by Ishniku did a really good job. I just love the energy present. It just captures that Jinx energy so incredibly well. Remember Me. I love how this song has an intro and it just feels operatic, it feels epic, and then it goes directly into the main song. And David just did an incredible job here. His vocals are just incredible, and I love how nostalgic this song feels. It's very emotional, very bittersweet, and it's one of my absolute favorites. Um, yeah, I really love this song. Isha's Song by Eason Chain is great. It just sounds epic and emotional, and I love the music. It's just a really great song. Cocktail Molotov by Zand, I actually think is one of the more underrated songs. Like, I'm not typically into screaming in songs, but it completely works here, and I just love the grungy punk feel. Just wonderful stuff. What Have They Done to Us by Mako and Gray is a haunting, beautiful, emotional song. And I can't hear it without thinking of that scene, and it just hits me in the feels just listening to this song. It's really phenomenal. One of my absolute favorites. Rebel Heart by Dejove, who I believe also did get jinxed. And once again, this song just captures that chaotic Jinx energy so incredibly well. It's very punk rock and it's a very good song. The Beast by Misha Mansu, I think is just great. It's mainly just like metal music. Almost, no, zero vocals, I believe, and it's great. Spin the Wheel by Mick Wigott is one of my favorite songs ever. I love the folky feel, but also how much emotion is present here, and it feels nostalgic but hopeful at the same time, and it just sounds truly incredible. Mais Millenier Enemy, I'm kind of surprised that this is the song to take off, but for good reason. Stromae and Palm did a really great job here. It's a song that sounds emotional, but it's also a song you want to dance to, and it just has this pleasant feeling to it. Fantastic by King Princess is fucking fantastic. It's a new American classic. It is a really great song. Like, yeah, I love it. The Line by 21 Pilots. I just talked about 21 Pilots, and this would be a top 3 song by them. It's that good. Whenever I hear it, it sounds like I'm getting lifted up into heaven. Like it feels euphoric, and it's also emotional and tragic, and it's unbelievably good. Like this song is an experience. Blood, Sweat, and Tears by Cheryl Lee Ralph doesn't actually appear on the show, but it's still a really good song. Gets you pumped up. Come Play by Stray Kids, Lung Miko, and Tom Morello is just a very good song. Like, I love some of the different languages and just how psyched it can get you. Just great song. Wasteland by Warlow and the Serpent. This song is one of my absolute favorites. It is haunting and beautiful and tragic and emotional and hopeful, and there's just so much to the lyrics and the music, and it's just truly one of a kind. It really is. I love this song, and I think it's actually very underrated. And then we get Enemy, but like it's already a good song. It was in the album for the first season. So, yes, top to bottom, I love it. And it's just so filled with emotion and excitement, and I'm just talking about the music here. It captures all the feelings it's supposed to, and even out of context, it still blows my mind. It is one of the best albums ever, and it's definitely my favorite album of 2024. But what's your favorite album of 2024? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos soon. And Gavin, out.